Hello guys, what is up? My name is Will Fighter. Welcome back to Will Sportster. And Newcastle United 3-0. Where to start? We looked like we were going to play better football for the first 10 minutes, and then we ended up getting battered. Firstly, I'm going to say this statement right now, out the blocks. I don't blame Erik ten Hag. I don't think he should be sacked. I think he should be given all the time in the world. I do. Simple as that. The only thing I will blame him for, which I have to say it straight out of the blocks, Casemiro starting in that game should never have happened. I said it on Twitter. That Beth from the United stand part would tweet of her starting 11. And I said, you really going to rush Casemiro back into a Carabao Cup game just for him to get injured again? This is why we keep getting all these injuries. And lo and behold, he's got a hamstring injury out till January, February. In the grand scheme of things, yes, I wanted to win the Carabao Cup. Yes, I wanted another trip back to Wembley. But progressing, we need Champions League football to make signings we want to make. And we're fighting for our life to get top four, to be honest, this season. We will be until, I personally think, until we get all the injuries back. When we get the injuries back, when we get Leach and Varane, I feel like we're going to be fine. Casemiro back as well now. But the Carabao Cup was less of our priority at the moment. Doesn't get you Champions League football. Yeah, it's a trophy. 2 for Ten Hag in 2 seasons. But it was a good opportunity to win it as well. Arsenal are knocked out. City are knocked out. There's only Liverpool left. And West Ham. But we're out now, so not much to think about it. But I'd take the blessing in it, to be honest. We shouldn't have gone out that way, but less games, more time between games for people to recover. If we get knocked out of the Champions League, I won't complain. Obviously, I would like us to go through the Champions League. I'd like to see us play more games this season. Obviously, I only get to go to the Cup games, really, so I would like to see us go more games. But to be honest, for the squad, the injuries we have at the moment, and Erik ten Hag's job, I feel like getting knocked out of as many competitions as possible is probably better for us. And I hate to say that, but the fact is, I try to be realistic with Manchester United. I'm not a delusional fan thinking a manager's going to come in and win us the league in the first season. We're not Tottenham. We have expectations. Tottenham came into the season with no expectations. We're not them. We had big expectations coming into this season. And I said this to someone. I was saying this. Erik ten Hag last year compromised his style of football massively to suit players that he had. He didn't have a full squad of his players. He had a very select handful, and he sacrificed his style of football to benefit those in the squad that he had at his disposal. This season he's come in, signed more players for his playing style, and he's tried to adapt it more to his playing style. Everyone's got injured at the start of the season, and we're up shit's creek without a paddle. That's the way to put it. For me, Martinez and Varane are fundamental to the way we play. The spine. Yeah, Casemiro, Varane, Martinez. Yeah, as much as, I'm going to say this, Lindelof and Maguire have been playing well, but Lindelof and Maguire make everyone ahead of them play worse. When we have Leach and Varane at the back, it's fast pace, out from the back, good selection of passes, good options, good angles. With these two, we don't trust them, and they're not making as many good angles for them. And I feel like we will not start playing properly well until Leach and Varane are back. I strongly believe in that, and that is not Ten Hag's fault. Yeah, Varane's injury prone, we know that. Should have got Kim Min-jae, was given Johnny Evans. Glazers. Yeah. Pre-season. Yeah. Happened to Liverpool last year. Liverpool did a tour. A big tour. World tour. Showed the players off in loads of different places. Had loads of injuries at the start of the season. The same thing is happening with Manchester United. Mourinho didn't like the tour. I'm pretty sure Van Gaal didn't like the tour. We have gone and toured all our players all around America. Yeah, and shattered them. Leacher came back from injury and was pushed right into a tour. Yeah, and it's had an undiscovered niggle in his injury. It's come up against Arsenal, and now he's out till the new year. And we didn't buy cover. We should not be going into Premier League games this season with Johnny Evans. I love Johnny Evans, but we shouldn't. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't be going into games with Maguire. Ten Hag wanted Maguire, McTominay, and Martial out. They refused to leave. Glazers refused to sell him. Not his fault. Too many hanger-on players still around the club, and we're just going to go through the same cycle. New manager bounce, sack him in the second or third season. It'll happen if Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in and brings Potter. Still going to happen. It's just the way Manchester United works at this moment in time. And there has to be a moment where you break the cycle and go, look, this is the manager. We pick this manager over the players. It won't happen. The Glazers won't sell Marcus Rashford for not trying. The Glazers won't sell Bruno Fernandes for not trying. They can barely sell Harry Maguire. Until a manager is given the time to buy a squad, not a starting 11, a squad of his players, including youngsters, yeah, the Garnachos, the Mainus, XYZ, until a manager is given the time to build out a squad, we're never going to go anywhere. You have to go backwards to go forwards, in my opinion. And the Newcastle game highlighted that. There's still so many players that shouldn't be there on that pitch. And they just packed it in. Didn't try. Heads down. Yeah, it's worrying times for Manchester United. I'm an optimist. I feel like... Apologies, I'm ill. If Ten Hag can make it to when his players come back, Martinez, Varane, Casemiro, if he can make it to February, have all his players back, I feel like we'll start to see good results. But will it be too late then? Will the season already be wrote off? I hope not. Less of a reaction to the Newcastle game, more of a bit of a rant. But unfortunately, that is where I am going to leave it today. I do have to go. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and hopefully there are better times to come for Manchester United. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and peace.